Okay, so I already made the track, so I'm just gonna redo it all, because I just press Control Z like 1,000 times to put it back to the beginning. So I started with white noise. Straight up. Really loud. Then I duplicated it, I guess. Why did I do that? Oh, I duplicated it just so I could use that same length to make a tone. It's like 270, I think. Then I duplicated it again, did a different tone, and I muted the white noise. Really loud. So I turned them down, and then I duplicated it again, looks like, and I did another tone. Still, it's peaking. So I put the gain down, then I put tremolo at like some really low frequency, or like slow frequency. But it didn't do much because these two are still interfering, so I did just a randomly different frequency, but gradually slower for each tone. Those are just sine waves. Then I did this effect called dual tape decks, which is really cool. It does this. Wait, this is, yeah. And I hope I can do this without it getting rid of the track. I don't want to risk it, but basically dual tape decks, it like simulates, I don't know what it's supposed to do. I don't think it really works. And so it does this thing where it just pitches it up and down kind of randomly. You can control it though. Then I mixed and rendered, looks like a couple of the tones together to make this. Still kind of ugly. This is untouched. This is the dual tape decks track. Then I put reverb on just this one. It's really awful with the white noise. Turned it up a little, put some reverb, or no, I put some delay on this one. And that was just to kind of space out the high frequency, the little beeps. So then I put delay on the slower track. I did this harmonic enhancer, which didn't do anything. Then I mix and rendered both. So now they're both together here, and then there's the white noise. So I turned it up. Mix and rendered the whole thing. Okay, now it's gonna get interesting. So now there's this horrible white noise, which would be tape hiss, basically. So I did this DBX, which is like fake. Someone reverse engineered the DBX, which is a audio company. Someone figured out their formula, or what the process is for like tape reduction, noise reduction, tape hiss reduction. So I did a fake version of that, and it does this. It does this. So it was bright pink earlier. I'll just go back one more time. It was bright pink earlier. That's how loud it was. And like you can see, it's like it goes all the way up to 22,000. and then I just did that, and now it's, you know, it's light blue, manageable. Sounds like this. Then I normalized it, brought it back up to volume, and it was still pretty dark, pretty loud, that means. So then I did it again. That's more noise reduction. Then I normalized it again. Shit, and then it looked like this, which this is when that looks good to me. Yeah, we're getting good stuff there. So then I normalized it, just brought it back up. Brought the peaks down with the limiter, just did it again, looks like. Then I normalized it again, and it started to be all kind of getting there. Did some equalization, I don't know what that was. It looks like I'm just bringing down the super high frequency white noise from the full spectrum. Looks like I'm just doing that a bunch here. I might control Y that. I just kept doing it. And I duplicated it, and I put delay on one, like a second less, like a millisecond, something like that. Something even less than a millisecond delay, and a different millisecond on this other one. Then I normalized the one that was peaking, brought it down a little, made it stereo, brought it back up, merged the two. Okay, so now it's a stereo track. It's a little twisted. Then I limiter, bringing the peaks down. This is the full track here. Spectral edit shelves. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, there I just, I took this whole shelf and I brought it down because it was a lot of white noise. Merged it. Duplicated it again. Did a new tone because there's a bunch of bass was missing, lacking. But actually I don't think that's this part. I did a second tone. Let's see, these are what these two peaking. Doesn't sound good. Brought them down, mixed them. Super peak. Looks like this. Up close. So I brought it down. Did fast tremolo, which is peaking with the original track. Did delay on the tremolo, which actually I really didn't need to do. It doesn't really do anything because the delay was kind of a similar speed. I put silence. Where did I put silence? Oh, I took half the track because I was going to bring this in. Then I faded it in. Realized it was so super loud. Okay, so that was, I again did the dual tape decks, which sounds have it going at different times. Brought it down. Changed the speed. Oh, I made it super slow. So it started sounding good. Brought it down. Did reverb on the whole thing, got rid of most of the wet mix. This is what it looks like. So now I was like, okay, well, it goes on way too long. Here's the end. It's a cool ending, but it continues on for like another minute, basically. So I split it at this point here. Deleted it. Did like a mini fade out. This is like a super mini fade out. Micro fade out. You can't even see it happening. It's like that small. Fading it out. Just getting rid of those. Here, I'll show you, like, that sounds like this, like super bad. Like 3 clips. So yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of that and make it smooth. Bringing it down even more, I guess. I did it a lot. It's It's kind of overkill. I think now at this point I was just trying to have it end at the right moment because I didn't want the loop to continue. And I wanted it to end abruptly but nicely. There's a middle ground. Whoops. Wow. Alright, so it looks like I got it to how I liked it there. So it ends like this. And then I merged it. Right? No, then I mixed and rendered it. Yeah, I merged it together. Then I then I did a limiter. Oh, because it's peaking over here and it goes up. There's some weird peaks over there, so I shrunk it. This was all... Okay, so then I had this idea. I was like, it should change in the beginning. There should be more bass. So I took a chunk of it and I duplicated it to use that as a slab. So then I put a new tone there. The tone was like this. Just some bass. Not even bass. Brought it down. Duplicated it. This was bass. Yeah. I don't even know. Okay. Then I did tremolo on both different rates. Mixed them. Did that dual tape deck. I tweaked it this time. So it was really warpy, kind of how I wanted it to be. Faded this out a lot here. I remember this took a long time. Okay, then I mixed them. I was like, that should work. For some reason, I mixed them to a new track. I think that was an accident. Because this was like fading out right around the time that the other half comes in, which is the higher pitch warping part. So I thought that was a good place. So then I deleted those tracks. This is an adjustable fade. So it's just going down a little. It's like pinching. It's pinching over here. Because I noticed that the second half of the track here was a lot quieter than this first half. So I had to fix that somehow by doing this adjustable fade, slowly working its way to the end of the track. Just, you can see it's just constraining it to the middle a little. And then I did a limiter to clip the middle. Okay, whoops. So it was looking nice and uniform here. So then I looked at the spectrogram and it looks fine actually. What the hell? Normalized it. Oh, I normalized it and I noticed that it suddenly had this, which is like an artifact of how many times I limited and normalized it. So it's gonna have like this super imperceptible bass that's gonna mess it up a little. So I shot super down like sub 20 and I got rid of it. And I did that a bunch of times. Not too much to where it's gonna like impact the sub bass, which it doesn't have that much of intentionally anyway. So then it was gone. I cut something. Oh, I cut it because that was it. That was the end. I just cut it just to keep it safe. Alright, so then you're left with this. And you know what? I actually don't really like it that much because it has that sound of like the super millisecond delay, which is kind of, I think that's resting on like the higher frequency because it sounds weird. It sounds like I definitely made a mistake with that, but idea, and it's not like really that good, but I don't know. There's probably a better way to do that. Let's see. Oh, also my speakers keep clicking. It's really annoying. I don't know why. All right. My screen is black. Hey, that's pretty good.